recording now. It's a little bit delayed, but it's recording now. Anyways, so chat, there is some bullish news. I don't know if you've been aware, but I've been talking about due to my stepdad's death last year, basically my mom is too old to like manage the business by herself. And part of that business involves a income property, which is a triplex, which effectively is getting liquidated, and half the money is going to me because I'm taking over the custody of my younger brother early because because he can't take care of himself. But the good news is that we now have it listed because my mother in her own my mother's faculties are also failing, and she didn't want to like admit that for a few months, and that caused quite a bit of delays with the release of this money. There's a triplex, and it was going to get sold for like 300 or 308 grand or something like that, and it was taking forever, and I couldn't understand why. And I had to go back down there to Florida last week to like really investigate what was going on, and that was kind of like where I uncovered the truth. But we now have it listed with a family member who's a real estate agent, and we listed it for $450,000. So if it sells that ticket, the project will be getting 200 grand instead of just 100 grand. This is fucking phenomenal because we can use that money to actually hijack the whole Phantom Opera. That's enough money to spin up enough Phantom nodes where basically we're now the controlling force on the Phantom Opera. I know that you're on the Avalanche side or whatever, but I still think that's very cool. You know what I mean? That money will also go to TVL deployment on all three chains. So deepen the TVL, it'll deepen the yield, it makes the token prices go up. Yeah, for sure. And again, like we want all the chains to win. It just so happens that Phantom is the biggest slice of the pie, as it were. So that is in fact, it took like 3 or 4 months of me kind of feeling like I was getting the runaround for my own family, but it was basically like people's pride were hurt, you know, and I have not felt the death of someone who I've been with for like 23 years. It's how my mom was my stepdad. So like it really just crushed her. And when you're in your 70s, all it takes is like one high stress event and like you're senile. Like that's how fucking life goes, to be honest. So it makes me thankful for like the mental faculties I still do have, because you don't realize that one day you might lose your fucking mind. But anyways, this is a gigantic chunk of money. It is now like we now have ink on paper. I did show screenshots of this inside the circus, so if you don't believe me, there are other people who have seen the documented proof. I did show the actual contract signed. We don't have a sale contract. We now have a listing contract, which means we're now dealing with a bunch more buyers. We already have offers. They're lowballing us right now, but we already have like 5 interested parties. 2 of them made offers. Frankly, they can go fuck themselves, but yeah, we're at least now talking at the right pace to make this fucking happen. Additionally, I think that a lot of people are. Some people feel bullish because yeah, Abolito, it really is, because it was like ambiguous for a while, and I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks, and like most of February was dealing with some medical bullshit. But by the end of March, my medical bullshit will be over. I'll have a lot more money to finish this fucking project. We will have our own local machine. Yeah, it is finally coming. I just had to literally just like push through the fucking adversity. We'll call it that. I had to just like continue stepping forward through quicksand for like, I guess like 8 or 9 months. Because like almost a year. It feels like almost a year. I think I released the flip book in May of 2025, and it's now March. You know what I mean? And like you just, it's crazy how much time can get stolen from you. But I kind of think that I needed to make this move to be closer to my family, because I didn't realize how much they were going to need me, right? And that ends up being like a tug of war between the project and my family. And I don't want to sound like a lunatic, but I would rather work on the project. The project will make me a bunch of money, in which case I can solve my family problems later. You know what I mean? But apparently fate prefers it to be a little bit more messy than that. But the good news is that these solutions did actually come. Yeah. This money is going to pay for new equipment, like for instance, this camera I'm looking at. The camera I'm looking at probably costs about 500 bucks. Shit would be way better with a camera that costs about 1,500 bucks. Like, amazingly better. I think is worth the investment, and that's like not something I would buy unless I had like a bunch of extra money. Because this right here, I could work with this push come to shove. But it's like that's an example of like an upgrade that I think is worth the money. Building a local machine, possibly in the corner right there, is great because I don't know if you guys trust the major tech companies like in America, but I think that like them trying to monopolize all the hardware sounds like they're trying to be as much of a gatekeeper as possible when it comes to like this AI shit. I don't want Sam Altman knowing what I'm doing with an LLM, because to be honest, some of the stuff like even in marketing that I've kind of like designed as strategies, like I think a lot of it's gonna fucking work. And if a lot of it does work, a lot of it could work in other places besides just DeFi projects. In which case, I don't think I want ChatGPT knowing my tips and tricks. And like, you know what I mean? Sam Altman is technically in Web3. You guys know about that? WorldCoin or whatever? I don't know if I want to, ping on his radar to the point it's like, oh, that guy has a ChatGPT subscription. So as soon as I can build a local machine, I'm going to fucking download all of my ChatGPT data. You can do that. Kill my account and then only work with my fucking in-home LLM. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Tech is just getting weirder and weirder. You guys get the vibe? Anyways, yeah. Legitimately, it's taken a while to make the fucking big win happen, but once this actually crosses the finish line, I don't know, we're going to have so much momentum. And I'll be able to write announcements, post content, visual content. I'll be able to post fucking exciting and aesthetically pleasing content, and it will seem like a lot more bullish, and you'll want to buy more coins. I'll tell you that. I will make you guys want to buy more coins, because you'll actually see glimpses that the whole project overhaul might just be as good as I say it is. But again, that's your decision to make. I hope you guys do recognize when I said red candles can't kill this project, I fucking meant it. Like, again, I know on AVAX and BNB, it's like stalled, it's hung up. But on Phantom, yeah, legitimately, yeah, it just continues to chug along. I believe the people saying it's rallying right now. It's back to the midline, maybe, almost. I don't know. It's almost repaired itself from the Genesis inflation, almost. That's not bad for like a year of like setbacks, to be honest. But again, when you can make the passage of time solve the problem, like almost anything is possible. If you guys have heard of me say that I have like a theory, I have like a blueprint for repegging all the multi-chain assets. Do you guys know about like I was perhaps bragging that I could fucking repeg multi-chain too? If I could repeg 2 ohm, right? Well, to be honest, it works the same way. Like the passage of time just like consolidates and eliminates the debt. Like I need to like probably make more tutorial information on those ideas, but like as soon as you set it up where the passage of time like heals the wound, you really can make things go back up in value. I don't know if that's like clear, but it will be. It will be. Anyways, I don't know what else to talk about. I don't have forever today anyways, so Ivan, I know you want an announcement, right? I know I owe you an announcement. I'm trying to make this map, okay? I'm trying to make a map of the protagonist's hometown, which is like the first village in the story. And I'm using this software that I used the first time. The software upgraded to version 2. So like I was doing tutorials and stuff like that. I've been working on this for a while, and I'm just trying to... Fuck. I have an idea. I'll write this announcement. I'll come up with some content for it. I can write some bullish news there that it's actually happening. I would like to kind of like get more content into an announcement, because that way the announcement becomes more bullish. Well, I remember you were like one of 3 people that were like, can we get an announcement? I was saying in December, I want to make more announcements regularly, and then like I just didn't do that. But yeah, no, like this project cannot die. We literally, the light at the end of the tunnel is almost it's getting bigger. Like for real, the light at the end of the tunnel is getting bigger. I have had one of the worst years of my life, but like I certainly didn't fucking quit on this project. When this project really starts like spreading its wings, we're gonna go to like we're gonna get like multiple coins up in the top 200 market caps. Does that make sense? Because like once it really starts, once people get the epiphany and they're able to spread that epiphany to other people, everybody is gonna kind of like arrive at the conclusion. Ivan Avi, I think that is just people who are paying attention to the little details, or they're learning about the rumors maybe ahead of time. But like, there's something not wrong. I didn't buy any. I'll tell you that. Like, I don't think I'm not gonna do anything on the charts to like pump anything because I feel like it's being fake. We own enough of the token, right? Our goal is to increase the user base. So like, hopefully, future 2-share buys will be from new users. Right now, I know it's from old users. I know it's from, you know, people from your generation, right? Like, you guys are like the first class, right? The 2022, 2023, you know, people who were at the Revelation Tour type of stuff, right? I think that they're smart to buy it, like, for sure. Yeah. Again, like, we're gonna get the peg. Do you understand how we get the peg? Like, does that make sense? Like, do you understand how the mechanisms kind of cause this, like, chain of dominoes where you end up, like, kind of always getting the peg sooner or later? Like, you do get the whole mechanism? Because, again, I don't know who understands it. Some people just think that I'm honest. Does that make sense? But, like, this guy seems honest, so I'm going to invest. And then other people, I want them to know how it works, too. You know what I mean? Because I don't want just my character. Right. Which is why I've been working on a website called Learn Pyre for over a year. Yeah, like it's like I need to make sure everybody gets the whole mechanics of it, at least half of it, so that way they can understand why this project like makes sense. And again, we're trying to be like the new generation of DeFi. Once this project awakens, you know what I mean? Once it like gets to that point, it's like we've changed the fucking paradigm. You know, you guys know that. It's just a pain in the ass. Well, Ivan, I'm going to fucking buy enough Phantom. I'm going to buy cheap Phantom, and we're going to use the local machine, and we're going to spin up our own Phantom nodes. Yeah, so we're going to run the Century Circus. We're going to run, like, I think you can get a node right now for, like, $3,000 bucks, right? Like, $4,000 bucks. Do you use the euro? Ivan, what is your fiat currency in your home country? US dollar? Euro? Pesos, okay. Which pesos? Yeah, okay. Anyways, you understand how dollar is, okay? Anyways, yeah, $3,000. Euro, got it. Okay. So, so a euro is close enough to a dollar. If you guys look it up, you can get a Phantom node, I want to say for like, it's a little bit over 1,000. I want to say it's like 1,500 or fuck. Maybe it's like 10,000 or 15,000 Phantom, and I think it ends up being like $4,000 right now. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But the point being is, we're going to have enough money that we can deploy like 5 Phantom nodes ourselves. In which case, Ivan, we're the Phantom Foundation. Does that make sense? If we're the faction that is running the most Phantom nodes, then we control the chain. We actually acquired, you know, Phantom, by the way, you guys remember it used to be a top 20 market cap, right? Do you guys remember Phantom was in the top 20 back in the day? Yeah. So, Ivan, it's like we can literally buy a project that was a top 20 at fire sale prices, like cheap prices, and we would control the chain and the brand. You know what I mean? Like, what are they going to do about it? They said that they're closing down. Fuck them. Ivan, they might contact me. Yeah, they might contact me. But also, I'll tell you this, us building on Phantom helps them because, you know, Phantom Foundation doesn't exist anymore. It's only Sonic Labs. You guys know that, right? It's Sonic Labs, right? Yeah, so Sonic Labs, because of the way the S token works, they want Phantom to go up so it stops weighing the S token down. Do you guys know what I mean? Because it works the same way as the Mead. Do you guys know what I mean? So in a way, if we can make the Phantom token go up, it does help them, like, make it easier to rally. You know what I mean? So, like, if they want to contact us, they can, but also I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know if, I care. Yeah, I don't know if I care. Because, like, what, are they going to offer me something? I don't care what they have. I don't feel like I'm going to build on S. They might contact me like, hey, can you build on S too? And I'm going to be like, why didn't you guys support me in 2024? That's what I'm going to say. Like, why didn't you support me in, like, 2 years ago? Yeah, because I was at the Phantom Foundation event in 2024 at Consensus. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I think it's great you guys are being cool to me now because you guys need something. Yeah, what about when I needed something? You know what I mean? And by the way, you know, I was so hell-bent on winning because the fact that, like, other people couldn't see the vision, I'm like, I'm going to prove you fuckers wrong. I think you're all fucking weak. Good riddance, right? Like, because they're leaving the Phantom Chain. I'm like, you know what? We're better off without them because clearly they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, I still feel like a bit of rage considering that, like, I was, like, groveling in front of dumbasses. You know what I mean? All they did was they raised venture capital. Like, that's the only thing they have going on for them. And Andre Cronje is kind of affiliated. Thank you, Abolito. Yeah, me too. Me too. We're gonna make it. Like, you guys know how it works? You guys know how it works? So when I keep saying, we just need a user base of more people in more time zones, we don't even need them to come in with their life savings. Like, they can come in with small amounts, and we're just gonna scale in that dimension. And once we do that, like, everything comes alive because the rumors spread more rapidly. People learn more because they're able to learn from each other. Do you guys get what I'm saying? None of this Web3 shit works without human beings. It has to have, like, human nature as part of the design, part of the blueprint. And, like, that's the thing that I think is missing. And, anyways, do you guys have any questions? Because I can wrap it up, I guess. Yeah, no more questions? All right. Ivan, I don't, honestly, I would say, okay, the U.S. government at least seems to be friendly to crypto. And, I don't know if that helps. Yeah, like, I mean, the war, the war is very unpopular in the USA. Like most people do not like it. I think that the fact that people distrust the government is good for crypto. I kind of don't want to talk about the war because this is like so. I have a friend in Dubai and he's sending me videos of like missiles and shit in the fucking sky, and I'm like, what the fuck is like? Anyways, I don't want to talk about the war. I'm gonna get fucking irritated. I wouldn't say it's helping, but I think it will be okay. You know what I mean? I think it will be okay. Like, thankfully, fuck, man. Anyways, alright, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming to the Pyre Show, and we'll be back next week.